Hello everybody on YouTube, this is Super Nintendo and welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. Last time, we escorted a giant statue robot thing to the beginning of the temple, and we opened up this boss area. Well, sort of. We also got ourselves 2 pieces of heart and 2 more Poe souls, bringing us up to 52. There are only 8 more left in the game. This time, to get you guys back up to speed, in between recordings, I got myself another fairy, just because, I ended off recording section last time, and also I put on the Ganondorf's curse because we're about to fight a boss. Anyway, let's go in to the boss chamber. Yep, we're fighting ourselves a big, humongous spider. Armogohma. This is the mommy of all those spiders of all those Garmas we have been fighting throughout the temple. Let's come in the middle here. Yep, these versions of the baby Garmas are way more aggressive, I guess you would say. I bet you didn't know that spiders have heat vision. This is weirdly one of my favorite bosses in the game. Mostly just because of these giant statue things you get to take control of. And also the fact that, a spider is a boss, because I really do like spiders. As evidenced by the fact that I'm killing them by the dozens in this dungeon. Which way you going, Mama Spider? Which way you going? Wherever you're going, I have an arrow that is prime for your face. Or eyeball. Three of the mirror shards are ours. Just one left. Link, did you saw how nasty that monster was, right? The evil within these shards is more powerful than you can imagine. You know, we could be assembling something truly terrible here. It could be something that we'll ultimately have to destroy. We have to hurry, Link. Let's find the last shard. We have to reach the sky. That's where the last shard is supposed to be. We got our last heart container! Or not last, our next one. Alright. Seems like Midna does not have time-traveling powers, which is strange. Oh well. But if we come over here and move these owl statues out of the way, we get another piece of heart. Excellent. There's not that many more left in the game, honestly. And if we move this one... Surprise! It's another Poe. There we go. Alright, let's go back to our own time. Actually, I think instead, let me kind of talk a little bit more about the Temple of Time, because I feel like I want to share this. So, we're obviously in the past. How far in the past is unclear. And throughout that dungeon, we saw little insignias that were the same as the Medallion of Light from Ocarina of Time. It is a common belief that in Twilight Princess, you travel so far in the past that you, Twilight Princess Link, are the one who frees Rauru from his imprisonment like the other sages. And he is free to let Ocarina of Time Link free. This is a theory. This is just a theory. A game theory. But no, it is just a theory that people have come up with, and one that I do honestly believe. Now, there is another theory regarding this section back here. That in Ocarina of Time, when the Forest Spirit Navi leaves Ocarina of Time Link, she comes back here. Now, this is a theory that I personally don't believe. I think her disappearance has more to do with how forest fairies are used. And since we have two fairies, I can actually kind of show this. Watch this. Watch the fairy. The fairy disappears after it heals you. It has served its purpose and disappears. It dies, essentially. This is believed by some to be what happened to Navi. She has served her purpose, which was to help the hero, which was to help Link defeat Ganon, which he has done by the end of the game. And rather than just die in front of his eyes, she essentially just goes through the window and dies, leaving Link, Ocarina of Time Link, with the idea that he might find Navi again. But if you notice, the hero Shade, his regret isn't that he was never able to find his friend. It was that he was never able to pass on his sword skills. You know, the jump strike and such. It is my belief that Ocarina of Time Link eventually found out the truth as to what happened to Navi, and simply accepted the fact that she is gone. HMK had a version in his video talking about what happened to Navi that I would love to play at the end of this video, because the voice acting, whoever did the voice for Navi did such a perfect job that it honestly brought a tear to my eye the first time that I watched it. So, without further ado, how about we leave the temple, we leave the past behind us, and move forward to a brighter future, a brighter tomorrow. Well done, adventurer. Uku sees what she was looking for. Goodness, yes, it's the Dominion Rod you found in the temple. But that thing has been around for quite some time. I can see from here that its magic has been exhausted. Ooh, what am I to do? I thought at last I could return to the sky. And I have completely forgotten the spell that would once again bestow it with magic. It can't be helped, I suppose I'll just have to look for the statues that respond to the rod. It's decided. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do indeed. Well, Uku is on her way. See you again. Hey, wait! What did you do to the Dominion Rod? She's gone. I suppose a useless rod is really nothing more than baggage. But what are you gonna do? Did she just say something about returning to the sky? The last piece of the mirror is also said to be in the heavens. If we can restore magic to the Dominion Rod, maybe it'll come in handy. Yeah. So, now that we have the Dominion Rod in hand, how about we finally go check up on Ilia? Alright, Ilia should be in here. I have been waiting for you, Link. Fortune has smiled upon us. If things go well, we should be able to help Ilia recover her memory. Do you think that Thelma's friend Shad? Well, it seems he is researching the heavens and has come to see if the statue in the basement of the sanctuary. And as I have learned, when Ilia was saved, she overheard someone talking about the rod of the heavens, something like that. The Goron elder believes that to help her regain her memories, We must piece together the fragments of her past. Which means, if we work our way backward from the very place where she lost her memory, we may find something that will restore it. Now, we must retrace Ilia's path. I am certain that if Telma, who cared for her before she arrived in this village, I'm certain it was Telma who cared for her before she arrived in this village, was it not? Well, it would be best to speak with her first. Please take this to Telma. We got Renardo's letter. My tongue twister. It carefully details how to treat Ilia to get her memory back. Set it to the assign buttons to show it. It shames me to say, but to be honest, I cannot abide Telma's company. We have a fighting chance, Link. How are you doing? Whether we got that girl's memory back, young warrior, will be up to you. Even our chief, Darvis, has lost the memory of his dark time. We have not told him that you were the one who saved him. He is a proud Goron and can be touchy. If he knew, I think I'm doing the wrong voice for you, but I don't care right now. If he knew he had been saved by a human. On the other hand, he does have a strong sense of moral duty, so if anything happens, you can count on him to help. Little human, it is time for you to show your manliness, for the girl's sake. If there's anything I can do to help, just say so. It is in times like these that we must come to one another's aid. Not that you could ever do so much to help me, my tiny friend. Link? I remember being saved from a dangerous situation by somebody. Someone who told me all about the Rod of the Heavens? But now, I can't remember the who, why, where, or what it all means. Do you think I'll ever recover my memory? I regret that a complete stranger like yourself got caught up in all this because of me. I'm so sorry. Well, let's head to the bottom since Renato did mention that Shad is here. Oh my, color me surprised, if it isn't Link. What a coincidence. Meeting you in a place like this, how very odd. Say, old boy, do you remember what I told you before about the legend of the sky being known as Uka? Yes, well, there's something about it that has been bothering me, so I came down here to snoop about. To think that you would appear here with such perfect timing. You are a rather extraordinary fellow, aren't you? I have found it at long last. Observe the statue. It's the same as the one in the manuscripts my dear father left me. Excuse me. There are many similar statues around Hyrule, but this one seems to be different. Here, look at its belly. There's something written here, you see? This too was in my father's notes. It's called skywriting, I believe. Awaken us with the word that breaks the seal. Yes, indeed, that is what it says. Wait a moment. Isn't that Ilia a friend of yours? I don't know where you got that idea. It's simply tragic how she lost her memory. And that Rod of the Heavens she mentioned, I'm sure it's something to do with the word that breaks the seal. Isn't there any way to restore her memory? I'm certain it would help us figure this all out. Well, let's go take that letter to Telma real quick. Actually, looking at the time, I think this is a good place to leave off the video. So, next time on The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD, we take this letter to Telma and see if we can't help Ilia recover her memory. See you guys then.